Welcome to Pop's Party Family, where fun and magic come alive. New videos and shorts every day. Let's laugh, learn, and play. Hey!
The Clever Farmer and the Greedy Thief. A heartwarming story of wisdom, greed, and redemption. As you saw in the previous part, Victor failed once again after Kate tricked him into tearing down her old house. The entire town laughed at the greedy thief, but Victor wasn't ready to give up. His pride was badly hurt, and he wanted revenge more than money. "This is my last chance," he muttered. "This time I'll outsmart Kate." Little did he know, Kate had already guessed that he would return. Now let's continue the story with part B. A few weeks later, the annual Willow Creek Harvest Festival filled the town with music, food, and happy families. Children enjoyed carnival rides, while farmers proudly displayed their best crops. Kate and Ben opened a small booth, selling fresh vegetables, homemade pies, and sweet corn. Ben couldn't stop eating samples meant for customers. Kate laughed and whispered, "At this rate, we'll have to pay people to visit our booth." Even the customers burst into laughter. Among the crowd stood a cheerful bangle seller wearing colorful clothes and a fake beard. Most people saw only another traveling merchant, but Kate recognized Victor immediately. She smiled without showing any fear. Instead of exposing him, she quietly continued serving customers. Victor watched her carefully, waiting for the perfect moment to steal whatever treasure she had hidden. As several women admired the bright bangles, Kate suddenly spoke loudly enough for Victor to hear. "I'd love to buy a few," she said with a smile. "But after that terrible thief destroyed our old house, I moved all my money and jewelry into a secret hiding place inside a hollow oak tree, deep in Pine Ridge Forest. No one will ever find it there." Her friends looked surprised. "Which tree?" one asked. Kate simply laughed and replied, "Only I know the right one." Victor's eyes sparkled with greed once again. The moment the festival ended, Victor grabbed his backpack and hurried toward Pine Ridge Forest. He searched every path, every bush, and every giant oak tree. He climbed branches, crawled through thick bushes, and even slipped into a muddy creek. A squirrel threw an acorn at his head, and a curious raccoon stole his lunch. Covered in mud, scratched by thorns, and chased by buzzing bees, Victor kept searching. "That treasure has to be here," he shouted, refusing to admit he might be wrong. Hours turned into days. Victor searched from sunrise until sunset, but every hollow tree was empty. Hungry, tired, and completely exhausted, he finally sat beneath a giant oak tree. That's when he remembered every mistake he had made. He had spent weeks chasing treasures that never existed instead of doing honest work. For the first time in years, Victor felt ashamed. He slowly whispered to himself, "Maybe the biggest fool wasn't Kate. It was me." Back in Willow Creek, life became better than ever for Kate and Ben. Their new farmhouse was bigger, stronger, and surrounded by healthy crops. Ben had finally changed too. Watching Kate's determination inspired him to stop being lazy. Now he woke up early, worked beside his wife every day, and proudly told everyone, "Turns out working isn't as scary as I thought." Kate laughed and replied, "It's still easier than fixing your mistakes." One afternoon, Victor quietly returned to the farm, not to steal, but to apologize. He removed his hat and said, "Kate, I came here looking for gold, but instead I found something much more valuable. I learned that greed only brought me pain and embarrassment." Kate looked at him for a moment before smiling kindly. "Everyone deserves a second chance," she said. "If you're truly ready to change, there's always honest work waiting here." Victor couldn't believe what he was hearing. The next morning, Victor picked up a shovel once again. But this time, he wasn't digging for fake treasure. He was helping Kate plant new crops beside Ben. The three of them laughed as they worked together under the warm Texas sun. Ben joked, "At least now we know you'll actually finish digging before sunrise." Victor laughed harder than anyone. For the first time in many years, he went home tired because of honest work instead of failed theft. As the seasons passed, Kate's farm became one of the most successful farms in Willow Creek, and Victor became known as one of the hardest working men in town. People often shared the amazing story of the clever farmer who defeated a thief without using violence or revenge. Kate had proven that wisdom could defeat greed, kindness could change a heart, and patience could solve problems that anger never could. From that day on, everyone remembered one simple truth. Shortcuts may look easy, but honesty and hard work always lead to the greatest rewards. And that's the kind of treasure no one can ever steal. The end. Moral of the story: clever mind is more powerful than greed. Honesty, hard work, and wisdom always lead to success, while shortcuts and dishonesty only bring trouble. When you stay calm and think wisely, you can overcome even the biggest challenges.
Thank you for watching. We're so glad you're here. Like, share, subscribe, and spread the cheer. Join the Hop Street family.